Hello, everyone, and welcome back to episode 55 of our Colorado Rockies Rebuild here on Out of the Park Baseball 26. It has been a while. There is no way of going around it. I believe it's been about 3 weeks since my last stream, 2 weeks since the last episode was up on YouTube. No real reason for the break between episodes, mainly a combination of being sick, travel, and, things breaking around the house to the point where we're getting a new HVAC system, and I will leave it at that. But hopefully, I'll be able to stream a couple times the rest of this week, and then next week we'll be able to get the ball rolling and put some dents in these series. So, last we left off, it has been a while. We begun the 2031 season, which is kind of insane to hear. We are into season 7 of this rebuild. Obviously, the rebuild essentially was over in year 3 when we won the World Series, and then year 5 when we won it a second time. However, we missed the playoffs last year, and so desperately need to get back to that. This year so far, it's going okay. We're 15 and 13, so just barely above 500. However, there are 2 games separating first and fourth in the division, so anything can happen. But at the moment, we're waltzing into May with the divisional lead, unless we get taken out by the Dodgers here in the next 2 days, which, to be fair, could happen any given moment. It's fine. If you missed the last episode in terms of major signings and transactions, we didn't do much in terms of our lineup. I made the executive decision that a lot of the guys that had kind of been fringe players or platooning should just be full time at their position. We did acquire Max Clark in a trade with the Detroit Tigers in exchange for Travis Castell, who was our Rule 5 draft pick and was our sort of backup first baseman and second baseman last season. So far with the Tigers, I mean, he's getting decent amount, probably half, looks like game or so of at bats and doing okay. So we'll see how he does in Detroit. But we got Max Clark, who is still in arbitration. He's insanely young, only 26 years old. Kind of fell off a little bit for the Tigers. Wasn't starting for them really the past couple seasons. This season, he's our center fielder until the wheels come off. Simple as that. That has required a little bit of movement in the outfield. Jason Dominguez is in right field for us so far this season, and he has a negative zone rating, a horrendous range, but at least his arm is in the positives for like the first time in his Rockies career. We're just going to sidestep that for a moment. Pitching staff, though, we do have quite a few new faces. Hunter Brown, who we acquired in a trade with the Reds in exchange for Everett Johnson, who the Reds, he made their opening day roster, and he is their starting, I believe when I looked, left fielder. He's their starting left fielder. So far, he is doing terribly. He is a sub 200 average and 467 on base, but, or excuse me, OPS. But that is beside the point. So at least they got a starter out of the trade. Don't know how long he is for their starting ranks, but we got Hunter Brown, who in this save bounced around a lot, went to the Rangers, then to the Reds, obviously, and now we find him here in Colorado. He has 2 years left on his deal technically. The second year is a vesting option where it comes guaranteed if he gets 180 innings. For the record, he has not gotten that, I believe, the entirety of the save. No, he has not gotten that in the entirety of the save. So we'll see if that option clicks and whether or not we want to keep him long term. We also signed Aaron Ashby in free agency, 2-year, $23 million deal essentially to hold down the fort in the back end of our rotation. I'm treating this like a 1 year deal where if he does great, sweet, he's going to be cheaper year two. If he does poorly, though, we may move him in the off season to try to upgrade that starting pitching position. In our bullpen, Kevin Kelly was signed, 33-year-old reliever, just a 1 year deal so far. Doing really good. No complaints. He's worth negative WAR, which I don't quite understand, but we're just gonna, we'll let that marinate. And then the big get is Kazuo Okuda, who is one of the best Japanese pitchers in this entire save that we've come across, and I signed him to a 4 year, $57 million deal. To be frank, to be noted, he is not our closer, so I am paying $15 million for him just to be a reliever. The reason I signed him is Gage Wood did okay when he was kind of our spot closer when Munoz got hurt last season. But he might struggle. This year, though, he's still doing really good so far. 9 appearances, 5 saves. He's on a very friendly contract. We'll see what that shakes out. However, worst case scenario, I have the greatest 1-2 punch in the history of the bullpen here at with Okuda and Gage Wood. So that's essentially where the team is looking at right now. No injuries. We haven't been hit with anything so far, which is good. Christian Aguilares, who I started with the Rockies, struggled mightily. And so I sent him back down to AAA. He is only 23 years old, so he does have to grow into it, but that is why Alan Ford was called up to get some at bats here. And that's the team. That's where we're at. We're going into this Dodgers series with Aaron Ashby on the mound to lead, which is a only slightly terrifying thought. For those who don't know, the Dodgers have this magnificent wunderkind, Samuel Munoz, who had 188 hits last year for 321 average. I'm a little bit scared. But both sides have lefties on the mound. I don't really have like a great lefty crusher so far, though I will say Garcia has done a lot better than Dario against lefties, so I think I'll have him bat sixth. And everything else will just go from there. Surely Aaron Ashby can handle the Dodgers. I'm not terrified at all. Narrator, this was a lie. And Munoz hits the ball to the wall on the very first. You know what? It's fine. It's fine. We're just setting up a walk and then the easiest double play of our lives is Jackson Holiday. Oh, yes. Jackson Holiday was the big name free agent last season after the Orioles, no lie, did not offer him arbitration. He still had 1 more year of arbitration eligibility. They did not offer it to him, and they let him walk. And so, for the low, low price of 8 years and $308 million, Jackson Holiday is an LA Dodger. I think if that were to happen in real life, a lockout would trigger mid-season, but we'll see. As Munoz scores, Dodgers take the lead. Don't walk Mookie Betts. He did not. He struck him out. We're in business. All right, Max Clark is our leadoff man this season. The entirety that we've had Jason Dominguez, he's been our leadoff man, but I think his bat and just his contact has evaporated into mist as Max Clark hits a solo shot. I am vindicated in my decision immediately. So I think Max is going to be our leadoff man this year to see how he plays in that role. So far, pretty good. Solid returns is how Yu Lee gets the line drive to the wall. A nice double for the Taipean lad. Yeah, yeah. I had to fact check myself there really quick. There we go. Condon gets it down in the outfield. Hao Yu Lee is not that quick of a runner, so he is holding up at third. Bad time to strike out, Colby. And Garcia strikes out too. Runners at the corners, 1 out. We can't score him. Meanwhile, Sung Kim is aboard. Very good strikeout of Freeland. And it gets past Condon. The throw home. Sung Kim did not run. Wow, Sung Kim's speed is only a 40? Oh, wow. He really has not gotten. The AI just stopped running him. He was getting 40 steals with the Padres in real life, and the AI just didn't run him. I hate when the AI does that. If a guy historically gets steals, it's run him. And Josh Naylor is walked. How old is Josh Naylor at this point? 33. Samuel Munoz is up with the bases loaded. Everyone cower in terror. And he does get it down off left field wall. That's going to score 2. And Munoz has a double. And up steps Jackson Holiday, who strikes out on a full count. Yeah, I don't think this is going to be a long day for Aaron Ashby. Ezekiel Tovar, leadoff double. That'll play. Alan Ford popping out to the pitcher's mound will play slightly less, but only just. Come on, Jason. So another reason Jason is unfortunately going to have a short leash, and it's no fault of his own or even mine, is the Yankees signed him to a pretty big contract. Let me pull it up really quick. So before the 28th season, they gave him a 5-year, $75 million deal, and then promptly 2 years into that, traded him to me. Or even 1 year into that, I think. Yeah, a year and a half into that, traded him to me. Year one, he was worth it for us, not last year. And so, an easy way for us to make some money is if we can find a trade partner to take him off our hands, would be pretty good. And Aaron Ashby has surrendered a 2-run shot. Not great. If he can get through the third, like the bare minimum, looks like it'll be a day for the long relievers, which isn't the worst thing in the world because there is an off day after game 2 of this series. But all right, there we go. He gets Freeland swinging, but we are in a hole early. And Hao Yu Lee and Condon are aboard. Okay, Colby, if you want to be the third baseman of the future, I'm going to need you to whack this ball. You know what? He did. Line drive center field. That'll definitely score Hao Yu Lee. Condon isn't quick, but he is going to try for it. And he does get it. So a 2 RBI double. That'll play for Colby. See if Garcia can get me anything. He can't. The answer to my immediate hope was no. He will not be able to. There we go. Tovar line drive. Colby is the slowest player on our team. He does make it home. Also, shout out to old friend Cole Carrig in the outfield for the Dodgers today. I mean, he's hitting better than he ever did with us, but he's worth negative WAR, which tells me his defensive stats are terrifying. Yep, negative 4.7 zone rating and negative 1.1 arm in less than 30 games. Oh boy. That's actually horrendous defensively. The poor man, as Alan Ford has gone down. But we get 3 runs added. I'll take that and like it. We're going to warm up Emmanuel. Hopefully, Ashby can get me a couple of outs here as Walker Jenkins hits the ball to the moon and it bounces off the wall for a triple. So, yeah, there's that. I'm almost tempted. I'm almost tempted to have him walk Josh Naylor, but then we're facing Munoz. I'll let him face. Yeah, not Ashby's day. RBI double for Naylor, and I think that'll be that. Let's bring in Emmanuel to face Munoz. All right, gets him to pop up. I will take that any day of the week. Jackson Holiday gets it down. Josh Naylor has the stealing ability, but he is not quick, which is always a very funny thing. There we go. Will Smith strikes out looking. That's huge. Mookie hits it deep to left. Gone. Damn. Emmanuel was one more strike away from getting out of that jam. But instead, he allows a 3-run shot, and this game has been blown wide open, and they're still not done as old friend Cole Carrick gets aboard. I think I've discovered something about the Dodgers. Maybe they're just all lefty killers, a lot of them. Let me do a quick fact check of myself here. Not really. Like Walker Jenkins kills lefties. Sung Kim, Mookie Betts definitely, but other than that, they don't got any lefty killers. I think our pitchers just might not be that good. Sung Kim strikes out to end that insanely long inning. Nothing for us in the 4th. 2 runners on for the 5th, and Emmanuel is already. Actually, I'm too terrified to bring in a lefty. We're going to get Kevin Kelly warming. There we go. Holiday lines out to end the 5th. Finally, the Dodgers didn't score a run. Hosanna. Howie Lee is aboard via an error. Condon has the sheer audacity to swing on a 3-1 pitch, lines out and doubles up out. Very good. Man. You couldn't script how bad that went. All right, we're going to get Kevin Kelly in. Not a great showing from Emmanuel, but that is what it is. Clean 6th for the man. And he's only in there to get 1 inning. He does not have the stamina to get me anything more. Garcia and Alan Ford are aboard. I am going to pinch run for Alan Ford. I know he's the trail runner, but at this point, I need speed on the base paths. And Jason strikes out. Clark walks. Bases are loaded. They're keeping the righty in. Do I want Tian to face the righty? He's been terrible against righties this season. I think I'm going to get a little crazy here. I'm going to hand the bat to Ashley Andahar and hope to get some contact. Struck out swinging. There goes that. That hope died. All right, so Triantos is going to take left. Joey Broughton is going to come in, and ideally Broughton can give me the 7th and the 8th, and I just don't have to worry about it. Looks like I'm going to be worrying about it. As Naylor and Walker Jenkins are both aboard for Munoz. Grounds into the fielder's choice. Okay. No issues there. Clean seventh, though. We still can't get anything going. And Cole Carrick RBI double. Of course. Of course you hit well against us, you rat. The rookie strikes out. Poor rookie. All right, so I think the ninth. I don't really want to burn another pitcher in game one, so I'm gonna get Fidel going. Nothing for us in the eighth. If Joey can get Alex Freeland on one pitch, I'm gonna keep him going. Because Emmanuel was still in the green when I pulled him, so he shouldn't be that burned. Oh yeah, another out on the first pitch. That'll do. See if you can get Naylor. I really don't want the lineup to flip. And he gets him to pop up. Really good work from Joey Broughton, who, it must be said, terrible last season. But he's doing a little bit better this year. Okay, let's see if we can score 6 runs in the bottom of the ninth. Max Clark strikes out. Ashley Andahar grounds out. Which means, unfortunately for you, Hal, this ball is going to fly out to left or fly out to center. Never mind, it went over Cole Carrick's head. He really is a bad center fielder. How did I do it? All right, well, we have at least a runner to threaten. And grounds out third to end that. We lose 10-4. I think, in all honesty, our bats did okay. I think the only grim spot was when, like, Condon hit into a double play with Howie Lee at second, Colby Turner striking out, runners on, and that was that. Dominguez 0 for 4, 2 Ks. Yeah, I mean, Ashby got popped. Emmanuel didn't do great, but really good with Kelly and Broughton. So let's advance. For game 2, we have Herrera on the mound for us. So it's righty now. Have I tried Triantos in right? No, only in left. I kind of want to. Because he's not a good defensive left fielder. But I think instead I'll just shift Alan Ford over to right. Triantos will take left, and I'm going to give Jason the day off. I think for my own sanity. Clean first inning from Herrera. Already this game is going so much better than game 1. Max Clark lines out. It's going worse. There we go. Tien hits it all the way to the wall. And I think that is the ground rule double animation. Yes. Okay. It looked like on the animation the ball hit the tall fencing, but I guess not. I'm not going to question it. How you lead. Grounds out to third. Man. Come on, Condon. Give me something. There we go. Line drive into right. The throw holds Tien at third. And Colby flies out. Dang. And that was a chance where we should have gotten runs. And Dalton Rushing hits a 2-run shot. And Dodgers have the lead. Josh Naylor gets it through. You know when I said the only way we wouldn't have the division lead is if the Dodgers swept us in the series? Looking like they will. But I have faith. Misplaced faith, maybe. But faith nonetheless as Mookie Betts fouls out. So, all right, Dodgers get 2. But again, they should have gotten more. Nothing for us in the second. There we go. We get a run back. Condon on second. Come on, Colby, please. There we go. Gets it through the middle. Run, Condon. Run! And he's safe at home. Tie ball game, folks. And Dario hits it to the wall. That scores Colby. The lead is ours, folks. That'll do. That'll do. Tovar strikes out to end the fun, but we do take the lead. There we go. Lean fourth. The softest of ground outs from our buddy Allen. I think that is as Trontos gets aboard. I think that's one area where in free agency we prioritize spending on pitching as opposed to hitting. And I think our outfield is kind of where that comes to bite us. Because if Dominguez struggles, then we're just kind of in trouble anyway. But I mean, Alan Ford, Christian Aguilera, Triantos, these are guys that we need to step up. And if they don't, we're in trouble. Clean fifth. Herrera is on 77 pitches. Who do I want? Fidel. I think I want Fidel warming. Let's see if Herrera can get me at least Munoz. All right, he gets me Munoz. Nah. Dalton Rushing gets aboard. I think that's it for Herrera. Yeah, we'll bring Fidel in. Hopefully he can get Walker Jenkins. I just do not want Josh Naylor to show up. Well, he did not, in fact, get Walker Jenkins as he hits the 2-run shot. And the Dodgers take the lead once again. Man. I think after the first, there was, I think, really? Yeah, that's why I didn't want Josh Naylor to come up as he hits another home run to center. I think there was about a I think there was a 2 to 3 year stretch in the middle of this series where we were the Dodgers boogeymen. Like we beat them in the playoffs twice and did pretty well against them in the regular season. And I think now the pendulum is just completely flipped backwards to their side. Fidel got crushed there, man. I mean, I'm going to need him to do more because I am. And he allows a solo shot to Jackson Holiday. Oh, boy. There we go. He gets Samuel. That's going to be it. We'll bring Luis in. Horrendous from Fidel there. Chantos is aboard with a leadoff double. We have some life here. Max Clark gets it through. We're coming back, folks. That's one. And Max Clark is, without question, going to run on Dalton Rushing. I mean, hey, if they want to walk Tien, I'm not going to object either. They did not. Maybe they should have. Tien deep left to God. Tie ball game. Thank you. Thank you, Tien. He has finally arrived. His first home run of the season. I don't want to talk about how long it's taken him to get that. Very good. Ryan Helsley still in the league. How old must he be at this point? 36. And he pitched for the Cardinals that whole time, then went to the Angels and promptly had his worst season. That tracks. There we go. Condon gets it through. All right, Colby. Don't let me down. Not only did he let me down, he let me down and ended the inning for us. All right, to the eighth we go. Come on, Gastelum. Lead off double to Walker Jenkins. And Alex Freeland scores him. I think I blame the fact that in the last episode when we started this season, I made the comment on how our bullpen had been doing extraordinarily well. This is the regression to the mean. All right, he gets Carlos to pop up. I'm going to get Gage Wood warming up just in case Mookie Betts gets a hit. And he did. That's not going to score Freeland, though. But I think regardless, I'm going to bring Gage Wood in to face Jackson Holiday. Hit it back to the pitcher, throw to first, got him. Okay. All righty. Here we go. I'm going to pinch hit here. Garcia is going to get the bat since it's a lefty on the mound. Yeah, and he struck out looking. Thank you, Garcia. Tovar struck out swinging. At least. Oh, no, he went on a bad pitch. Dang, I was about to be like, at least he swung the bat. Allen Ford hits it deep left field. Go. Excuse me? Let's all watch that again. That ball so clearly went over the fence. Like, it bounced off of this. I call objection. That was clearly a home run. The animation did me dirty there. Triantos gets it down. Allen Ford, though, is not quick. But he's going home and he's in. Oh, my gosh. What a mad lad. Clark strikes out. All right. Well, we tied the ball game. In reality, I don't know how that Allen Ford shot was not a home run. So I'm just going to live my life questioning that. Cole Carrig, Munoz rushing. I think you have to get Carrig. Cool. And now we pray that Munoz doesn't hit a solo shot to left. Man, when that thing came off the bat. All right, we get Munoz to fly out. Here's rushing. Gets it through. And I don't have like any bullpen arms left. So it is Gage Wood until the end. There we go. He strikes out Walker Jenkins. All right, bottom of the ninth. Go ahead. Run at the plate. Can Tien get me 2 home runs in one game? The pitch, the swing, the soft grounder to second that is so easily picked up. All right. Here's how you leave. Gets it down and left. The game-winning run is at first, and I'm going to have him try to steal, especially given Condon's propensity to strike out. How Yuli gets to second. Here we go. Condon hits it deep left field. Caught at the warning track. How Yuli advances to third. Here we go. Colby Turner, line drive, wins us the ball game. Full count. Pitch. Hits it up to right field. That's going to be caught. Extra innings we go. I mean, it's Gage Wood. Like, I don't have any other options. I have Kevin Kelly at 78%, but it's not going to do much as Alex Freeland walks. You know what? Never mind, Kevin. Get warmer. Please strike out Naylor. Foul pop-up, that works just the same. How quick is Jenkins? He's pretty quick. They're not pinch hitting for Carlos. First home run of the season. He had a 189 batting average before that, 190 slugging. He has a power of 35, folks. Sometimes this game is just stupid. And that's one of those times, is Kevin Killian's meaning for us. All right. I don't really think there's a point in pinch. We might as well pinch run for him. We'll have Andahar be our ghost runner. Paul Skeens. Sure. Andahar. So after getting 34 starts for him, 2026 he does well. He had Tommy John, didn't he? Yep. Well, he tore his UCL, missed 15 months. And so the AI was like, well, he doesn't have any more stamina. Let's make him our closer. That's kind of funny. All right, Tovar, what do you got? All right, he hits it to the wall. That's one run. Flying run is now at the plate. Oh, no. They have to take Tovar out of the ball game. Oh, thank God, it's just foot soreness. Okay, we're okay. Man, if he's out, I mean, he missed almost the entirety of last season. If he's out long term, we're doomed. There we go. Alan Ford gets it down. Tucker Toman goes to third. Tying runs at first. Triantos. It's not going to do anything. All right, Max Clark. You want to be a hero? Here you go. Line out to right. We lose. Inexplicable that the rookie hit the 3-run shot off of Gage Wood. Baseball is silly like that, though, so I'll allow it. And yeah, I mean, Clark went 1 for 6. Which isn't great. Colby Turner 1 for 5. And then Fidel just got popped. Both Fidel and Gage Wood, who have not given up a single run prior to this game, gave up 6. I think that tells you all you need to know. Well, we no longer have the division lead going into May, so my title is officially a lie. Will I keep it up for the bit? Yes. But it is a lie. All right, Martinez. Tien gets better eye and potential rating. Carlos gets worse, which is awesome. Ooh, Davila's looking better. I think he has a legitimate future as a infielder for us. Colin blurs up and down. Anyone crazy? Oh, Alberto got so much worse. It's fine. All right, and then a bunch of scouting reports on prospects. Can advance through our off day. All right, bullpen looks pretty good health-wise, which is nice. All right, so we have a three-game series against the Reds. I think I'll play game 1 and figure out what I want to do after that. I think I'm going to give Trontos the bat again for Alan Ford and see if he can continue his hitting ways. Solo shot from Matt McLean. Fair enough. Please, Luis. Oh my God, Luis. Sometimes the man depresses me. As Colby Turner lines out with Charlie Condon standing there being like, dude, please. Dario lines out. Are we going to make it 3 for 3 on lineouts? Tovar strikes out. Hold on. Do I have Tovar playing with a bad foot? Oh, no, because it was 2 days. So the off day. All right, cool. There we go. 2-run shot from Max Clark. Tie ball game. Thank you, thank you. Colby Turner strikes out once again. Yeah. I feel like the 45 avoid K is not going to become a 50 anytime soon, but you never know. Dario grounds out. I have been debating what team to play as for my next series after this one concludes. I'll have to think. I think I might go Griffin Jacks here. All right, Luis, get me Everett Johnson, our former player. Good man. Yeah, I have a I have an unfortunate feeling that I think this is going to be the last season Luis De Leon's going to be able to be a starter for us. Because I mean, his stamina is just—it's down to a 35, and at this point, he's not going to be able to recover it, which sucks because he was a really good pitcher, and there's only so many guys I can put in long relief. Griffin Jacks, bail me out. There we go. Gets McLean. Can he get Luis? Slow roller to Tovar. Easy work. There we go. Solo shot from Jason. Two runners on for Condon. And he pops up. The other problem with moving Luis to the bullpen is then suddenly my starting rotation looks very shaky. I mean, Sandy Ozuna is locked in long term. Hunter Brown depends how he does. He does have the vested option. Herrera has been up and down. We know Aaron Ashby is not long for this team. So that does complicate things quite a bit. There we go. Dario gets aboard. About time, sir. See if we can get Tovar here. Struck out swinging, not great. There we go. Triantos gets it down. I mean, that starting left field spot is wide open. So if Triantos wants to start hitting better, I'm not going to complain. And Jason lines out to end that. What is Griffin at? He's at 17. Let's get Okuda warming up. There we go. Clean sixth. Very good from Griffin. Max Clark and Tien are aboard for How Yuli. Come on. Wow, he gets there on the infield single with the shallow infield. I feel like that shouldn't be humanly possible, but I'm not going to complain. Condon strikes out. Yep, fair enough. Colby Turner pops up. I would have really liked to get more than just one run out of this situation, guys. Dario is now 2 of 20 with runners in scoring position, by the way. I think I just need to drop him in the order and accept it. All right, Griffin, thank you very much. 2 2/3, 1 hit, 1 walk, 2 Ks. That'll do. Just bringing Akuda for the 7th. Clean. He did need 17 pitches to do, which is a little shaky. I'm going to pinch hit here. Got and a hard hit to face the righty. There we go. Line drive to center. He's aboard. We have life, and I am going to have him run on Cooper Ingle. Easy steal. That wasn't even close, man. Chonchos lines out to left. I am not going to have Andahar run. I have faith in Jason Dominguez. He just struck out on 3 pitches. Fair enough. And Max Clark grounds out to end the inning. All right. To the bottom of the eighth we go. Ideally, Okuda can give me the eighth. And he does. Very good. Gage Wood for the ninth. I am going to pinch hit here. I'm going to give Tucker Tillman the bat. See what he can do. Fly out to center. The answer to my question, fly out to center. How Yuli flies out to left. Condon, so help me if you fly out to right. We're having words. Fly out to left, so I guess I can't say anything to him, can I? What a shame. Okay. Really good from Akuda. 2 innings, only 1 hit. Gage Wood for the save. Everett Johnson is aboard. Cam Collier strikes out. Very good. Ryan Clifford to pinch hit. Strikes out swinging. All right, we take game 1 in what kind of amounted to a bullpen day because of Luis's struggles, but really good work from our bullpen. That's what, 5 2/3 innings, only allowed 2 hits, 2 walks, 5 Ks. That'll do. Yeah, I think I need to make a lineup adjustment. I think I'm going to flip. I like Tovar batting 7th. I think that's a good home for him. So I'm just going to flip whoever's in left field with Dario and keep that as is. Because, I mean, Dario, if he can't hit with runners in scoring position, like, he's 2 for 20, to be clear. So there was no real logic in having him continue to bat that high in the order, in my humble opinion. One moment, please. Hello. Yes. Hi, yes, good morning. Okay, game 2 against Cincinnati. Let's sim it. I have faith in Hunter Brown. I should not have had faith in Hunter Brown. Man, Kevin Kelly got popped. That hurts. Fidel also blew the save. Our bullpen, which looked so good at the start of the season, is getting pretty hot and cold right now. All right, let's go. We got Sandy on the mound for us. Second year man. Let's see what we can throw out. I think they're going righty. I'm going to give Colby Turner a day off. I think we're going to have Tucker Toman take third base. I'm going to have Tovar hit 5th in this game. Dario, I mean, listen, he is on a hitting streak, which is nice. I think everything else can be as is. Let's rock and roll. So I'll give him Colby Turner the day off. See what we got. Oh, Sandy. I believe in you, Sandy. Clean. I like that they're using Everett Johnson a lot. Makes the trade that we made feel more like substantial rather than if they just stashed him in AAA or something. Red strike first, but no matter. I have Tucker Toman. Immediately. Grounds out. Dario strikes out with a beautiful sunset also in the background. My God. There really are fewer ballparks more pretty than Great American, in my humble opinion. All right, Sandy. Oh, Sandy. It's not looking good. It's really not looking good. Don't walk him. He didn't walk Grady. Let's see if we can get Tyler Stevenson. Come on, get there. Yeah. All right. Well, so far, through four innings rather, we have 0 hits. So, see if we can change that. And Condon immediately does with a single. All right, 2 runners on. Alan Ford. It's time. Line out to center. That's not going to move anyone. Though I appreciate Condon acting like it would. There we go. Line drive single from Toman. Condon is going to try home a horrendous throw. Do they get Tovar at third? They got Tovar at third. You silly man. All right, they hit Dario. Just fair. Also, shout out to Brenton Doyle. Still their starting center fielder going strong. You're welcome for this insanely cheap contract. And Jason lines out. We get 1 run back, but man, we really should have had another. Come on, Sandy. There we go. Clean fifth from Sandy. He is on 82 pitches, though. So it's probably going to be the end for him. Condon gets it down. Run, Max. Run. Bases loaded. Tovar. Hulk. Smash. He struck out. Oh, boy. Alan Ford also struck out. All right, we're going to get like Emmanuel ready. Hopefully, Sandy can get me a couple outs here just to spare my bullpen a little bit. There we go. Good work. Can you get Ryan Clifford in the inning? No. For everyone watching at home, that was a no. So we'll bring Emmanuel in to face Brenton Doyle. If Doyle hits a home run, this game is scripted. I've confirmed the game is scripted. Brenton Doyle hits a 2-run shot. I could just see it coming. Oh boy, nothing for us in the 7th. Reds have 2 on. Emmanuel, I need you to do better, buddy. He gets Collier, Button, and Luis. We're okay. That looked terrifying, but we're okay. All right, for the 8th, I think I'm just going to get Joey on to try to get 1 inning. And it's it deep to center. That's another run on the board. Now we're only down by 2. How Yuli tried to get in on the action. Nothing doing there from Condon either. There we go. Ezekiel hits it to the wall. All right. Tying run is at the plate. Come on, Allen. Struck out again. Pain and suffering. All right, I know Emmanuel is still pretty good to go, but I'd rather have Joey pitch one inning, save Emmanuel. And he gave up 2 runs immediately. Fair enough. And 2 more hits. You're just going to have to eat it, buddy. Get the double play. 1, 2. Very good. Man. I'm beginning to think trading for Joey Broughton was a poor decision. Which is annoying because he's a really good arm. Tillman strikes out. Dario flies out. All right, Jason, our entire hopes rest on your shoulders. No pressure. Rounds out to second. Yeah, I mean, when you get no hits through the first 4 innings, you're kind of dead on arrival there. I mean, Alan Ford, I could make the argument, single-handedly lost us the game offensively. And then just no hitter, no pitcher, rather, showered themselves in glory. I mean, I have to send him down to AAA. Like, for whatever reason, Joey is just not major league ready, and I don't understand how or why. So I'm going to send him. Ooh, that's right. He has to clear. That's why I didn't send him down. He has to clear waivers. The reason he has to clear waivers is I think. When did they add him? Yeah. The Brewers added him to their 40-man in 2027. You'll notice he did not pitch for them, and he barely pitched for the Marlins. And I don't think it's worth waiving him because I imagine he'll get picked up. He has 60 potential. So I think we may just have to ride it out with him. We'll see. All right. More prospects getting scouted, yada, yada, yada. We're going to sim game 1 of the Rays series. We lose at 9-11. Good God. I mean, we can't win ball games if Akuda gives up 3 runs. Griffin Jacks comes in and gives up 2. Like, Aaron Ashby also got eviscerated. He has had a very bad month. It must be said. He did well against the Diamondbacks and has gotten shelled everywhere else. Max Clark going 0 for 6 is painful. Where's our bullpen rank? 7th in ERA. How? How bad is the rest of the league then? We're going to sim game 2. I just need to stop simming games. I lose like all of them. I think that's really just the lesson here. A Tovar error leads to the difference. And Tian is the only hitter to get more than 2 hits. All right. This is a decree. I'm going to stop simming games. I'm just losing all of them. Let's see. So going back to the Dodgers series, we have won 1 game today. We are 1-6 so far, which isn't great. Colby Turner is also cold. I mean, he's going to have to hit out of it. Like, we don't have a great option to back up third base. So I think he's just going to have to live with it. Alan Ford is going to take right. I'm going to have Triantos take left field. And then I'm going to give Tovar. Yeah, I'm going to give Tovar the day off. And Hart's going to take short. All right, I have a very low bullpen, which is bad timing with Luis De Leon on the mound for us. There we go. Max Clark and Tien are aboard. How Yuli strikes out. Fair enough. Charlie Condon strikes out. Very good. And Colby Turner strikes out. If that doesn't sum up our team today, I don't know what does. We get 2 runners on, no outs, and then our 3, 4, 5 hitters all strike out to a man. Well done. Dario's at second. And our buddy, I'm going to need you to hit it further forward, if you please. Nothing so far through 3 for either team. We did have an error. Who by? Alan Ford in right. Which is unexpected and interesting as Dean Curley gets an RBI double. I believe in you, Luis. Good man. There we go. We tie it up. Max Clark's on third. Here's Tian. The swing. Fly out. Killing me. Killing me. All right, Luis. You really do make me cry sometimes, Luis. I feel like I have to be the one to tell you that. All right, we're going to bring in Gastelum. Runners at the corners, only 1 out. A double play here would be brilliant. Strikeout works. Jose Monzon strikes out also. Very good from Gastelum there. All right. See if our 3, 4, 5 hitters can redeem themselves after going back to back to back strikeouts last time. How you lead off double. That'll play. All right, Condon, my objective for you is simple. Hit the baseball. And he finally does. Hits it to the left field wall. That scores how you lead, and the lead is ours again. Come on, Colby. Man, he is ice cold. Like there's cold and then there's whatever he is right now. That's not going to advance Condon, I don't think. And Triantos grounds out on a 2-0 pitch. Fair enough. All right. Good news is we got to run. Bad news is I'm losing confidence in my infield at bats. Oh boy, Gastelum, you were doing so well. I mean, I don't have a bullpen for this, so he's just gonna have to eat it. And Andrew Wiggins hits it deep, caught at the warning track. We're okay. Roden gets it down. That's gonna score the tying run. And there we go. He gets Marchand. Yeah, forget Henry, dude. Gets him. Okay. That could have been a lot worse, but still. Fidel's going to have to get me the 7th, and I don't even know what I'm going to do after that. All right, he gets me the 7th on 20 pitches. All right, so it's going to be Gage Wood. The worst case scenario is this game goes to extra innings. Like, our bullpen cannot survive that right now. Come on, Al. Come on, buddy. Fly out also. Condon gets it down. We have the go-ahead runner on second. All right, Colby. You have failed me thrice today. It's time. Come on, buddy. Oh, boy. Fair enough. All right. Engagewood is going to need to get us the eighth and the ninth. Gets us the eighth on 12 pitches. That could be worse. Alan Ford pops up. Trianto strikes out. And that leaves me with good old Dario, who is ruthlessly hit. I'm going to pinch hit here. I'm going to go Telvar for the home run, just send the ball to the moon bat. He hits it deep to left, but caught at the warning track. So close, but no cigar. All right. Tovar is going to take short. Jose Venegas is aboard. Juan Sanchez to the plate. Struck him out. All right, we're going to extras. And Gagewood is at 33 pitches, so his day is done, which means it is going to be Okuda in the bottom of the 10th. Here's Max Clark. Hits it deep to center. It's going to be caught, but that should... It did not. It did not advance Tovar. I was halfway through saying that should be able to advance Ezekiel. It did not. Tian, fielder's choice, which I don't love. Haley strikes out. All right. Well, if the ghost runner scores, this game is over. We're bringing on Okuda. And Monzon gets it through into the outfield. We need a strikeout and a double play in that order. And we get neither. Curley hits in the outfield. That's your ball game. I mean, I can't really blame Okuda. He had 61. He had 61 stamina. We just ran out of arms at that point. Like, man. We have a day off, which is good, but I think we're gonna have to make some hard decisions about our hitting. Because, like, in terms of OPS, I have 6 players with an OPS above 700, 2 of whom are backups. Max Clark is struggling. Colby Turner can't hit the baseball right now. Dario, after whining for 2 seasons and wanting to be the starting catcher, finally has the opportunity and just can't hit the baseball. I mean, Triantos I like as a backup, but I think if he's ever really going to be a starter for us, he needed to hit for contact more, which he's just not doing. And if he's not doing that, what's the point of him on this in the lineup right now? I think at this point we just roll with Alan Ford and hope for the best. Emphasis on hope. All right. Diamondback series. We got Hunter Brown on the mound. I think I'm just going to roll with this crew and see if they disappoint me again. We'll see. Max C versus Max C to get the game going. Sadness. Nothing doing in the first for either team. Alan Ford is aboard. Come on, Tovar. Nothing doing. All right, clean second. There we go, Dario. He has life. Who knew he could actually hit the baseball? Come on, guys. And Tien grounds out on 3-1 pitch. Fair enough. Leve. All right. New plan. It's called We Hit the Baseball Better. Ready, break. How you Lee got on board. Let's see if Condon can get him around. And he does. Deep to center. That'll score How you Lee. Easy work. Come on, Colby. Do something for me, buddy. Ground out. Yeah, I think I am. I think I'm going to make the lineup flip, even though I like Tovar batting seventh. I think I'm going to have him bat fifth, drop Colby to either 6 or 7, and just move the outfielders around however I need to. Because Tovar, I mean, even though he's done really well at the bottom of the order, I think we're leaving a lot of runners on when Tian, Hauli, or Condon get aboard and Colby just strands them. I think that just needs to be objectively the decision that we make. Brown still going strong. We need to get him some more runs, please. There we go. Jason gets it through. Very nice. I'm going to have him run, even though he does not want to. There we go. Easy steal from Jason. Tian striking out on 3 pitches. Not ideal. And Hauli struck out on 4. Fair. Fair play all around. All right, bottom of the 5th. Diamondbacks get their first hit and their first run. Next game, and Hunter Brown's hurt. Strained bicep tendon for 4 weeks. Well, that sucks. We'll deal with that after the game. For now, we need to get through this muck. There we go. Good work from Griffin. Let's have, I think, Kevin, Kelly. Actually, no, we're going to go Kuda for the 8th. Even though Griffin's still green. Okuda for the 8th. Dude. What do I pay this man for? All right, we're going to get Emmanuel and Gagewood going. If we score a run, Gagewood. If we don't, Emmanuel. Alan Ford is like, hey, I'll score you a run. Deep shot, right center. Goodbye, baseball. Thank you, sir. May I have another? No. Ezekiel says respectfully, no. All right. Bottom of the 9th, 1-run lead. And we are going to hand the ball over to Gage Wood. Works it clean. We beat the Diamondbacks However, losing Hunter Brown to injury is terrible. So he is going to go on the 15 day, which means I need a starting pitcher from AAA. And I think really there's only two options. One is we finally see if Carlos Mayer has what it takes. Two, we go Jake Yeager, who I just don't think is ready, but he might not hurt. And then, whoops, Riz. How's Kevin Teskey doing while I'm saying all these things? Oh yeah. Um, yeah, I think Nascimento, I just don't think is it. I'm kind of leaning toward Jake Yeager, and we just roll the dice with him rather than Carlos. Well, I think the issue with Carlos is his stuff just isn't very good. The other issue with this though is we are at 38 people. We're at 38 guys on the 40 man. Castillo is in double A right now, which is kind of silly. How big is my bullpen in triple A? Okay, it's pretty big. Um, hmm. I think I think we're gonna go Jake Yeager, and he's gonna get essentially a little less than a month worth of starts to see what he can do. How are my three catchers doing? Brady Moretta, it looks like, is their starter. He's doing okay. Yeah, Miguel Palma hasn't played that much, but he should. He's doing well. And then Perez just isn't hitting. I think at that point I'm going to cut Moises Marchand and I'm going to send Perez down to Double A. Is it also time for me to just punt on Campbell Smithwick? I mean, he's doing pretty well. I have a lot of catchers. I think that's the issue. I have a lot of catchers that are the same sort of skill level and ability, which is annoying. When does Ginger get back? 3 months. Oh man. I mean, he was at one point, we were thinking of Ginger as our future ace, and don't think he'll have the stamina for it anymore. But we'll see. You never know. Okay, let us play game two of the Diamondback series. We got Ozuna on the mound. Oh, wait. I forgot I was going to make this flip. So Tovar's going to bat fifth now. Colby Turner's going to drop to 7. We'll see if that sparks anything in them. I'm not entirely optimistic, but at this point I have to try something. Condon strikes out with a man on. Very good. All right. Colby is aboard. Alan Ford's at second. And they walk Dario. Bases are loaded for Jason Dominguez. Hits it up to center over the head of the center fielder somehow. That is going to be a bases clearing double for Jason Dominguez. Good for him. Good for him. I feel so much better about our lineup if Jason Dominguez is hitting the ball. Because that makes things so much easier. Very good there from Tian as he scores Jason. We're up 4-0. That'll do. And a bulk. Okay. I feel like I see a lot of bulks in this game. Be interesting to see how many bulks happen per year. I bet it's probably less than 20. I was wrong. There's 122 bulks in 2022. Yeesh. Then again, I guess it's essentially less than one bulk per game, which isn't terrible. Condon, thank you, sir. The power has returned. It only took like 2 weeks. When was his last homer before that? Yeah, that was his first. That was his first homer in May. Man, we really are a feast or famine team, aren't we? There we go. Alan Ford gets it out. Listen, if Alan Ford keeps hitting the ball well, Christian Aguilera can just stay in AAA the whole season for all I care. Because I need someone to take this left field spot. Colby Turner strikes out. And Dario flies out. But we do get an extra insurance run. Just never a bad thing. Now I just need Sandy Ozuna to get me like decent amount of innings. There we go. There we go. He's gotten me 5. Can he give me 6? Oh, 6 might be ambitious. We have an error also from Tovar. Big strikeout there of Gino. Can he get Guy Lipscomb? It's hit deep to center and gone. Man, that sucks. I mean, none of the runs are going to be earned. Technically. Since the outs, the inning should have been over. But still, that's rough. All right, let us get Joey Brown warming up. Or do I even want to use any of the long really? I mean, yeah, I have to. Everybody else is mid-70s. All right, good outing from Sandy. Obviously, there sucks. Joey, so help me God. I don't understand why he's a bad pitcher. Brilliant throw there from Max Clark to get the runner. But like I don't understand fundamentally like how Joey Broughton is so bad. But alas. I think my hope is Broughton can get me the 8th, and then Kevin Kelly will be in line to get his second save of the season. There we go, an insurance run. Never hurt anybody. And Alan Ford gets it down again. What a lad. What a chap. What a gent. If you will. Come on, Colby. 1 of 4 today for him. All right, Joey, come on. There we go. Clean 8th. That's huge. Kevin Kelly is going to warm up for the save chance. Garcia is going to pinch hit for Dario since it's a lefty. I expect a ground out to second any moment now. Joke's on me. He didn't even hit the ball. All right, come on, Jason. Man. Max Clark going, when your leadoff hitter goes 0 for 5, it's not really where you want to be in your life. All right. So I'm going to do a couple defensive subs. Andahar is going to come in at short. Triantos is going to take left. And then Kevin Kelly is going to come in for the save. I'm a little nervous. We'll see how it goes. I was right to be nervous. As the first runner is aboard in Gabriel Moreno. Kevin, please don't walk the bases loaded. I mean, all right, he strikes out Jared Kelenic. Double play ends the inning. Caldwell flies up to left. That's probably going to score one, but I can live with that. Here's Wilfredo Lara. Hits it up to center. Clark is there. Ball game. They had bases loaded, no outs, and only scored one run. Yee. That is certainly something. Pretty good from our pitching staff today. Obviously, the error was the only ugly part of this. Alan Ford with 3 hits. We love to see it. At least one outfielder's hitting the dang baseball. All right, let's play the finale. First, I think I need to fix an OBS issue. There we go. Now OBS finally has decided to stop yelling at me. We're in business. Okay, they have a lefty. Good God. The lack of lefty crushers that I have is terrifying. I'll have Garcia hit for Dario, but that's about it. I'm just going to roll the dice and hope for the best. Max Clark? Nothing. There we go. Leadoff double from Condon. There we go. Tovar gets it through. I think it's worth the trade-off of having Tovar bat fifth, even if we lose some hitting on the back end of our lineup. We need to take advantage of when Howie Lee and Condon get on base, because right now Colby Turner is just a void as he strikes out on 3 pitches here. And Garcia does also. Man, I think my decision to take Garcia in the Rule 5 draft, I think he's an okay hitter, but I have a sneaking suspicion before the year is out, I'm going to waive him and just call up one of the guys in AAA. Oh man, Aaron. Solo shot after solo shot there. Because Miguel Palma objectively is a better catcher. So I think I am tempted. Come on, Aaron. Clean inning. There we go. He gets Kalanick. You stay right where you are, Lane Junior. Never mind, you can actually go. It's fine. Sylvia pops it up. We're okay. Come on, Garcia, give me something. Anything. Yeah, I think the more and more I think about it, the more I like the idea of just waiving Garcia, letting the Rangers take him back, and then just calling up Miguel Palma and giving him the bat. Because I think I have guys in AAA and AA that need to get at bats, and even though I think Garcia might be an okay catcher in the long run, I think right now I just need to free up space somehow. Ashby, get Kellenic. He did not. All right. That's going to be it for Ashby, I think. Yeah, early returns on him have been horrendous, it must be said. We're going to bring in Emmanuel and hope for the best. Potential double play ball here. Yes, sir. All right, Emmanuel limits the damage. See if we can get anything going at the bottom of our order. Alan Ford strikes out. There we go. Turner gets aboard. Very good, sir. And Garcia hits into a double play. Yeah, I think I'm of the opinion that I just need to waive him, send him back. I think I'd rather punt on him now. Solo shot from Jason Dominguez. That'll works. All right, I'm gonna warm up both Okuda and Gage Wood, depending on if we can tie it up and or take the lead. Condon pops up. Tovar lines up. All right, Alan. What you got for me, buddy? Hits it hard to second. Easy throw. Down we go. 4-2. Not much from the offense. Pitching, I mean, Ashby, I have a bad feeling about Ashby, but we'll see what happens. Ooh. Okay. Complete game shutout. Very good. Let me just make sure there's no catching injuries that happened in the past 10 minutes. All right. So I think I'm going to waive. If I release him, yeah, I'm going to release Garcia, send him back to the Rangers. I think he's an okay backup catcher, but I think especially with how Dario is struggling, I would rather have Miguel Palma in this spot and give him the reps. That also means I want Perez back in AAA. And then Brian Sinclair, I think at this point needs just to be called up to AA and see what he can do. So yeah, I think Miguel Palma is going to be our backup catcher. He hasn't hit in the major since 2029. After I acquired him, he did pretty well, but we'll see what he can do for us, and we'll roll the dice. Our 40-man roster again is also at 38 right now, so it's getting to the point where if we want to actually, I can free up a spot right now because I doubt anyone is going to claim Shane Rademacher. How's CJ Sampson doing? I'm almost tempted to call him up. Where's they have been putting him? Solely at third base? Okay. I mean, I'm tempted, but the problem is he's just not that good of a pitcher. I think that's the issue. Whereas, I think at this point, if I were to call him up, it would solely be to be a third baseman. I don't think he has the chops to be a starter. I think it would be to be a third baseman. But we'll see. You never know. All right, Roberto, good on you. Are we done with the? All right, finally, all of the draft guys have been scouted. So we're what, a month out from the draft? Yeah, just about. All right. Who just pitched? Ashby? No. We're gonna have Herrera. Yeah, Jake Yeager can wait a bit for his next start. I'm fine with that. I'm gonna sim game one. That's what I get. 0-5 as Herrera gives up 5 runs. Castellum, Broughton hold it down, but nothing offensively. Nothing. All right. Let's play game. Okay. Never mind, we have a doubleheader. This will be fun. All right, let's play game one. We're going to have Luis for game one. I'm going to make 2 changes here. We're going to go Tucker Tillman, Miguel Palma to catch. I can't really put Tien in the field. I think I'm going to have Ezekiel Tovar DH. I'm going to have Andahar at second and take shortstop. So we're throwing out a couple backups, but hey, can they do any worse than how my starters have been the past couple days? I would say no, sir. There we go. Andahar gets aboard. We have life. Come on, Condon. There we go. He gets it down against Trey, you savage. Who evidently has found himself in Houston. Wow, he didn't make his debut in Out of the Park Baseball until 2027. Then they waived him, and he was claimed by the Astros. Fair enough. All right, Tovar. Oh, man, nothing happened. Nothing is happening in this game. So Max Clark is aboard, and Ahar fly out to right. I think Clark can get to third. He does not try, though. It matters not as how you lead grounds out anyway. You got this, Luis. Ah, he didn't have it, guys. He did not, in fact, have it. Let's just see if he can get me a couple outs here. Just a few. Just, a handful. Can he get Jimenez? He can indeed. Can he get me Isaiah Jackson with like a 180 batting average? Yes, he can. All right. I'm debating if I even want to have Tucker Tillman hit the baseball, but you know what? I believe in him. Maybe I shouldn't have. Maybe I shouldn't have. All right, Miguel, come on, buddy. Sadness. I think at this point, the rest of the season, barring an injury, I think it's just going to be Dario and Miguel at catcher. Because Dario, I think this is the season where we need to figure out if he's the catcher of the future or not, because I'm not paying him a lot of money. He's literally making the vet minimum. And his arbitration number is about to explode if he's our starting catcher. So I would rather let him see it this season. I also forgot to sit Griffin Jacks down, so now he's tiring, which means he's not going to be able to get me 2 innings like I had hoped. So we'll get Fidel going. All right, Andahar and Condon are aboard. Tovar, please. Isn't that the most depressing double play I've ever seen? Third baseman had to take like one step to his base. I know he's only at 10 and he's in the green, but he was tiring beforehand. I'm not risking it. Clean seventh from Fidel. Very good. That's it. I am going to get Akuda, I think. Unless we tie it up. If we tie it up, then... Actually, I'd probably still go Akuda if we lead, obviously, then Gage would. So just in case, let's get Gage going. Jason, if you don't steal this bag, so help me. Thank you, sir. All right. Here's Max. Hits it to left. That's not going to advance anybody. Andahar lines out. That is the downside of Andahar shortstop, Tovar DH. Because if Andahar's the DH, I pinch hit for him there. But I can't. Because I'd have no one else to play shortstop. Howie Lee lines out. All right. Top of the eighth we go. Good work from Fidel. We're going to get Akuda in for the ninth. Parker Meadows is aboard. He's had a pretty nice career. Didn't do great offensively with the Tigers, but he's there for his defense anyway. They trade him to the Nationals. He does really, really well, and then they let him go in free agency. I debated signing him, but he wanted too much money. Which is ironic because he took like half the money that we offered him originally. In the end, all right, Alvarez strikes out. Good work from Akuda. Bottom of the ninth. I got Condon, Tovar, and Alan Ford. Those are all guys capable of hitting shots to the moon. Conversely, back to the mound as Condon grounds out. 2-0 count. Tovar flies out to center, and that means Alan Ford is our last out. And he's going to hit. No point in having Trentos hit here. Grounds out to first. No runs on 6 hits is depressing. But we also didn't walk at all. Only 1 walk the whole game. Howie left 4 men on. Tovar left 5. That's a game you should win. Luis De Leon pitches pretty well. Bullpen, 4 innings, no hits, no walks, nothing. That's a game you should win every time. I forgot to play the second game of the doubleheader, but we win it 9-5. All is well in the world. Griffin Jacks got popped. They pitched him twice in one day. I feel like this is the kind of thing that upsets me with the AI, because there's no universe where a relief pitcher pitches twice in one day. Like, why? I get he didn't throw that many pitches in game 1. He only threw 10, but like, you had Kevin Kelly who pitched game two, and they only made him throw 3 pitches. You had Gastelum, who didn't pitch at all. You had Joey Broughton, who didn't pitch at all. You had other options, but they threw Griffin Jacks out there again. That genuinely upsets me because that's going to hurt his numbers for a while. That's very silly. Another reason why I don't like simming games. Dario had a homer. Colby Turner finally had a homer. Good for him. Jason Dominguez 0 for 4. The hitting streak has died. What a shame. All right. We have a day off. All-star voting has begun. I'm scared. Say scared. It's probably fine. All right. I think that is where I will end today's video. Without question, a horrendous month so far. When we have 4 wins and we're currently in May 16. Not going good at all. I have a very bad feeling that the Aaron Ashby free agent signing is just already kind of blown up in our faces. So we'll hopefully have to course correct on that, figure something out, but it's it's not looking great. I think that is where I will end things. I should have ideally one more stream probably later this week. And then we will get back into the swing of things fully next week. But thank you all for watching, and I'll see you next time.